Hello. Holding Wiley because he likes to run out the door, so come on in. Okay, let me put him down. Welcome to my house. This is probably, I think, the third video I've done focused on my house, but I wanted to do an updated house tour for you all. I feel like I've gotten a lot of new pieces that you guys have been seeing me get, and I wanted to show you where they end up. Let's start here. This is my entryway, and I love it. It's like the introduction to my house, so I like to make a big statement here. And the biggest new piece is this amazing tapestry piece that I got at the flea market just a few weeks ago when I went with a net. I liked the idea. This was the vision I had, was putting it right here in this location. And so it's perfect. I love that it had the greens in it, but then some really fun pinks. What's really fun is I got this piece also with a net, but also at the Rose Bowl. And I love it has some very similar color schemes in it. And then I'm all about collections out on display. I use this case. Thankfully it has drawers, so I can put things in it and hide the junk. And then I go just put fun little treasures that I find along the way. Some of these I found in Santa Barbara on my road trip. Some of them are just collections from things found in thrift stores here locally. But I love this. It just feels like this fun entry into my home and setting the tone for just a quirky mix of eclectic goodness. I talked about this in the last home tour, but I'm all about just collecting art and putting it all over my house. And so I've added two pieces right here, which are kind of hidden. And this was this blank wall, but I realized I still want to tell a story over here. So this is just a neat piece that I found, I think at just a local thrift store kind of recently. But the piece that I love is, you may remember I went to Tucson and I found this amazing watercolor, and it just reminds me of my trip with my friend Kristen. We had such a magical time, and I love that every morning I see this when I walk out of my bedroom or when I'm even walking out of the house. This is the heart of our home. This is the main kind of central area, and you guys have seen this. Not much has changed in the living room itself. I have a huge art gallery wall over here, and I feel like even the table and everything is pretty much the same. There are a few new little pieces that I'll show you. I have this mirror, you've seen it. I did add this fun rug underneath. I have started collecting more rugs and just throwing them everywhere in my house. So I do have this amazing antique rug that I found at an antique store here in Orange. And then this is a new piece, this big, huge pot. I've been wanting to get some like taller pieces that sit on the sides of the mirror. So I love the pot. I am looking now for something to kind of grow out of it. So I'm thinking maybe some sticks with some cool little blossoms or something on it, but I haven't fully decided. The thing with the house is that it's always in process, and it's just this fun journey of collecting and finding. I really do love this central coffee table here in the living room, and again, it's all about collections and just little things thrown out. Some of them are special, some of them are just fun pieces that I found in vintage and thrift stores. I do photo albums every year with my family, so I have a stack of our family photo albums, which is fun, and the boys love to look through them. And then again, all about the layering of rugs, so I actually have a big rug layered over top of another rug. And I think otherwise everything is pretty much the same. I think you guys have already seen this lamp, and I'm still so excited because I have seen it for hundreds of dollars in stores, and I got it for 20 bucks at a thrift store. And then I've been learning to just light more candles recently, and I feel like it just adds this warmth and glow to the house. So if my boys are around, I do not like these, but if Maddie's here or friends, I might light the candles. And just going back to the flea market, I did find those fun sheepskin rugs, and you can just kind of see, I threw one of them over this chair, which this chair has gotten some sun damage, so it nicely protects that, but I also feel like it just adds texture and warmth. And everything in my house, I wanted to just feel very like collected, warm, cozy, and eclectic. Okay, we are now in the dining room / kitchen. You may have seen my home update after we did the renovation, and you can go back and watch just the update on the kitchen and how much everything has changed. But there's not much new in here since then. The one huge big change is that we painted our fireplace black. It was white, and I just thought it would be a really fun statement to just make it all black. And this amazing piece of art that I found when I was also in Tucson, and this was the idea, was to put it over the fireplace, which it's interesting because putting a piece on your fireplace, it has to kind of be a special piece or something that it's the central art piece. And so I didn't want anything that felt too literal to like people or something like that. I wanted something that felt more abstract and just beautiful. And so I really love that. And I love that it's the black and the kind of yellow buttery combo. And it's the perfect piece for our very like black and white home. Okay, this is an example of the area that is still in process. I haven't fully figured out what I'm going to do here. I do like this idea of kind of collecting things on tables, and you'll notice I got that small table at the Long Beach flea market. I was going to use it in our back room, changed my mind, switched some things out. That always happens. But I like the idea of kind of adding things here. I might even want to hang something. I definitely want to do more on this wall probably. And I really love this bench, so that's going to stay, and this piece of art is going to stay. But it's still, this is an area where I'm still figuring out what's the personality on this wall. I'm having fun with that. So I haven't done this, but I'm going to take you through the hallway into the back of our house. Some of the rooms are still in process. My kids' rooms need a lot of work. And it's going to get dark because this is a dark hallway. We're gonna do our best. There's a few little changes that we made. We painted some of these like random old doors green, and we actually painted the ceiling green. It just felt kind of like a fun pop of color on top. I like the idea of eventually adding some lighting up there that is like gold sconces or something. And then if you come on back, this hallway goes down to our bathroom. I'll show you more of that in another video, but we did add this fun kind of curtain in front of our laundry. When we renovated our house, we lost our doors on our laundry. And so I actually liked these curtains, made this kind of crazy warm statement right there. And then we added a big green runner rug on the bottom. And I found this mirror. I love it. It's such a huge statement piece, and I really liked adding a mirror at the end of the hallway. I felt like it added kind of like an extension to the room, and I don't know, it just was so fun. I had to get it, so I just wanted to show you guys this fun little mirror. Now I'm going to finally share the office that I've been working on. You guys got a little teaser of it the other day. But again, it's a dark room, so I'm trying my best to show you everything. And this has been sitting in this horrible state for the last few years. After the renovation, it just kind of got furniture shoved back in and nothing was done to it. But the goal was to turn this into an office slash den slash music room for my husband. And I wanted to create something that felt very warm and cozy and a little bit like you're in a music studio where you record your album. And so I think that's what this has turned into, and it's really fun. This is really a collection of so many things that I've found over the last few months, starting with the big central piece, which was this amazing rug. I found it at the Long Beach flea market, and this was such a steal. I think I got it for like $100, which is crazy because it's this beautiful antique rug. I loved all the colors in it, and that really helped set the tone for the whole room. We even painted the ceiling green in here too. I think I want to add some kind of either black and white abstract drawings onto the wall, or I want to do kind of like a frame around the edge. I don't know exactly yet. We did some hanging of the guitars. So the rug was a jumping off place. And then the two other big pieces were I found this amazing couch that I loved the shape of on Facebook Marketplace, but it was not in great condition. So we had it beautifully recovered, and I've never been able to do that before, but we did, and it was so much fun. I matched it to the idea of guitars and that kind of more golden hue of a guitar, so I loved that. And then I really fell in love with these curtains from Anthropology. They're just this cool rusty color with this abstract design on it, and I felt like they felt very vibey and cool. And then it was all about collecting the art and the little pieces for the room. So a big thing was finding something amazing to put over the wall. And I went to every store in Old Town Orange, which is full of antique stores, looking everywhere, and the last store in the last booth had this amazing piece, which I loved. It's mid-century. It also feels somehow like a record, like somebody who's gotten a platinum record or something. So I loved that it wasn't literal music, but it felt music inspired somehow. So I love that. And then, you guys, I'm so obsessed with this photograph of The Who that I got at the Long Beach flea market. That has ended up over here, and I love it. That is exactly what I was looking for. the lamp that you guys saw me find. I love it. It adds this warm glow to the room. And then I just collected these pillows from lots of different antique stores and just finding little pieces. I think that's the whole thing, is that you just have to keep looking and collecting and finding. An interesting little thing, one of the challenges with this room is it has this slider door, it has the closets, and then really you only end up with 2 walls to work with. So it used to be that I felt like the desk had to be here and the couch had to be here, but what I realized is I can turn the desk onto the slider door, throw some curtains on there to kind of create a semi-wall, and then it allows for more walls to work with. And so with that, I opened up this wall and we created just this really practical but also fun display. I needed somewhere that we could put our printer and all of that kind of stuff, but then I also wanted, you know, ways to display things and put more art on the walls. And so I found this piece. I think this was another Facebook Marketplace find. And then these are kind of a collection of things that I've had for years, and then some of the newer pieces, adding some of the art on the shelves, then even just some of our other photo albums, some cute little photos of me and my man, my husband and his band. And then just some really cool art. This was a piece that I got, again, in Tucson. And then I've just been looking and looking, and it's really fun to put a little TV back here, and it just makes it so fun. We can watch movies back here. My husband can be working and I can be sitting on the couch watching YouTube, any of that stuff. So I actually love having a TV back here. And then we probably will find another desk, but for now we're just using what we have. But we did turn it towards the slider, and then I added one of the little fur rugs onto a chair that is a Target find that I got at Goodwill. So that's the current state of my house. That's the update of what I've added. I feel like it's been fun because you guys have seen me find some of those things, so it's fun to share where they end up. And this is a continuing journey, so I'll keep doing house updates for you all. Eventually we're going to be working on my son's rooms. It's just so much fun, I think, owning a home and being like a vintage and thrift lover, because it's just collecting through all the years. All the places you go, you can always find some little treasure, even if it's something small, to add to your home. And I think it just adds so much warmth and personality and love into your space. And I just love it so much. Honestly, interiors is probably right up there with styling clothes as well. So it's an extension of the styling process, and it's been so much fun to have some new spaces to do and to actually be on the hunt for. So thank you guys so much for joining me on my little house update. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have new videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And finally, if you're at home drinking your coffee watching me, say it with me. Always play dress up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!